What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim. Going to be playing a game on PTCGO today. Still Worlds format. Still working on my next format decks right now, which has been a lot of fun. But still ironing those out, getting those figured out for after the World Championships. But today I am playing Ultra Necrozma Malamar. Haven't actually played this deck all too much since the national championships. It was in my testing rounds for Nats, and then what did one or two Malamar decks made top 8? I think it was like one made top 4 at the North American International Championships. So that's crazy, right? This deck did really well at the national championships, the North American International Championships, and not a lot of players, some players had written the deck off. Some players, just expected it to not do that well, and it kind of proved them all wrong by showing up with a couple of big performances. And then Buzzwole, a deck that everybody expected to do very well, did not really show up in the top 8. So very interesting stuff there. I do think this deck does suffer from some parallel city problems, which really annoys me, but we'll figure that out. I have 3 field blowers in this list, so hopefully that'll help. I need to go turn 1 Mysterious Treasure, and I'm going to discard my energy here. And I think I'm just going to get a Lele and go for a draw supporter here. Unfortunately, we cannot afford to go for Bridget. I don't really want to go for Sycamore either, just sacking this whole hand. So I think we'll go Lele for Cynthia and go from there. So we'll grab our Tapu Lele. I'll throw a Floatstone on the active, and we will continue drawing. Now, we do play 4 Mysterious Treasure and 4 copies of Ultra Ball in this list, so hopefully we could draw into some of those to help get some of our Inkay out into play. That is another kind of concern with this deck, is that you're always trying to get as many Inkay out as you can, and when you don't get Inkay out, it feels really bad. So I have, as you can see, access to 1 Inkay. I have no more Lele's in deck, so this all just feels very bad. And I've got nothing else going on here. I think I want to just get rid of, oh goodness, I need the psychic energy because I'm not going anywhere fast. I'll just get rid of the Guzma, I guess. And then we are going to get an Inkay into play, and we are going to hope that we draw out of this. Then I will start attaching to my Ultra Necrozma here, because that seems like that's kind of going to be the future that we have. And I'm just going to pass with that Lele in the active. So this is concerning, right? I mean, this doesn't always happen with an Ultra Necrozma deck. You feel like you want to get, your 2 or 3. I kind of knew that was happening. But honestly, if he just knocks out my Lele, maybe I could Beast Ring, knock out the Ultra. And then here's the parallel. You know what I mean? This is just fantastic. But maybe he knocks out my Lele, then maybe I can draw into another energy. Or does all he have 1 puzzle? He's got the single puzzle, that's it. And then he's going to ram. Oh, his deck is failing. No, he's got Sycamore. He was just, why do the single puzzle if you're about to Sycamore? You knew he was about to Sycamore. He's also playing Tate and Liza in his list. So that's kind of an interesting inclusion in a Zoroark deck. I guess it is a nice shuffle. Draw 5 can also get you that switch effect if you want it. So interesting decision there. Interesting inclusion for sure. But yes, on our side, we've got absolutely nothing going on. We've got a top deck out of this. But fortunately, my opponent's setup does not look terribly insane either. And sure enough, there we go. All right, so we are back off to the races. We've got ourselves 1 Malamar, but that's fine. 1 Malamar is better than no Malamar. I got 1 Psychic Energy in the discard pile. I'm okay with that. I will attach manually my Metal Energy, and now my opponent can't really afford to put any sort of Zoroark in play for fear that I will blow it up. So that's kind of interesting. I could just attach manually this Psychic Energy and then just Guzma out a Zoroark next turn and knock it out. Now, the major issue would be if my opponent, were to bring up my only Malamar, knock that out. That would be a little unfortunate. If they do, though, then I will just promote my Ultra Necrozma, attach Psychic Energy, Sycamore, and hope that I hit some sort of Field Blower and multiple Inkay action. That's kind of what we would be hoping for there. Now, oh, this is I didn't even know. This is the Garbodor version of this deck. So things can get much more chaotic here because they play Garbodor and will be able to Trash Lance for like a ton of damage as well. So this is all great. This is just fantastic. So this is just how I feel. This deck stresses me out. Ultra Necrozma Malamar. It's a lot of fun, but my goodness, just having your bench limited. I think next format, this deck really, really loves Parallel City being gone. With Parallel City gone, it's kind of like everything you want there for this deck in that format. So let's just go blow something up. That or we Sycamore, right, and just like hope we hit a Floatstone. But we already have one Floatstone down. They both feel kind of bad, but I think that we just take the guarantee here and knock out this Zoroark while we have the chance. So I think I'm just going to go with that because missing that would be like really rough, right? So like you definitely don't want to miss that Floatstone there or the way to retreat. So I think we just take that. And we got Field Blower, so that's really, really good. We did get Field Blower and Sycamore, so that's fantastic. I could just Field Blower the Parallel City and kind of go from there. I don't think I actually have a ton of items in my discard pile either. I've just got 3, so they're not going to be able to Trash Lance for anything crazy. If they do set up their Garbotoxic Garbodor, which also Malamar is going to be very thankful that Garbotoxic Garbodor is gone as well. And there he is, right? So we're going to be very thankful that that card rotates 2 for this deck. I think Ultra Necrozma really just loves next format. And not only next format, but also expanded without Hex Maniac. Very, very good for these kind of energy recycling decks as well, like Electric, Malamar, and Bronzong. They all love the fact that Hex Maniac has gone from expanded, making them all kind of at least worthy of looking at in expanded format as well. My opponent's just going to bridge it. I'm pretty sure they're just going to smack into this Ultra Necrozma with their Zoroark here. Now, I feel like I kind of have to go. Like, there is no Cynthia for me here. I think there's no world where I Cynthia. I just need to kind of go ahead and see what I could do here. Now, Guzma, okay, this... Sycamore and the Guzma is unfortunate as well. Then I'll only have one Guzma left in deck, which is really rough. But I think that Cynthia is just too soft of a play right now. Like, I need to get Inkays out. I need to make things happen. So we're going to get rid of the Parallel and that Floatstone on their Garbodor. And we need to try and get some things moving here. So there is, okay, now we have Beast Energy. We have Dawnwings Necrozma. I can put another Inkay down as well. And I have like no Floatstone or anything like that. Let's see, I could, is this discard all basic Psychic Energy? So I can't use this to count as a Psychic. I could get 2 Psychics on it, but that's not going to be enough for the knockout on this Zoroark. There's no point in putting that Dawnwings down. That's just like gonna hurt, I think. I could hit into the Zoroark with, let's see, let's bench the Inkay. We know we're going to bench the Inkay. I could hit into the Zoroark with a Tapu Lele. It's like not the worst thing ever. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 items down. It's not horrible. I could Ultra Ball for another Malamar or something like that. I don't really feel like there's any point in playing those yet, though. I think my opponent's got a 2-card hand. I think I could just like attach to the Ultra Necrozma, retreat, something like that, or just like kind of invasion retreat, and then just start to charge up another Ultra Necrozma to kind of blow something up. I think that seems fine. I think I do put this guy down. I think I Psychic. No, let's not do that. I think we're gonna invasion, and then I think I'm just going to power up this Ultra Necrozma again. We're going to Psychic Recharge onto the Ultra Necrozma, and I think we're just going to sit with like something else active here, and we're just going to retreat into like this Lele or something like that. We could retreat into this Lele and just give him a prize, but I don't think I would necessarily want to do that either. So let's just like put that guy up, and then we're going to pass. And we're going to see what my opponent does about this. I mean, obviously, there's a couple things that can go wrong here. Obviously, if he sets up Garbodor again, if he like locks the abilities up, then I'm kind of like stuck here for a minute which is unfortunate. If he Guzmas up, my Ultra Necrozma knocks it out, and also locks me up with my abilities. That's really bad too. I think I'm just like kind of in a tight spot here. He's gonna end though, so he doesn't have the Guzma. If he ends me into a Field Blower again, that's really good, or even just a way to retreat. I do have the Field Blower again, so that's fantastic. So I can actually make this play happen, but I've got no way to retreat this Tapu Lele right now that I kind of had to just throw into the active. And this is why I was kind of considering promoting this Lele here. We got Parallel again, so I think here I just ditched this Lele and my Dawn Wings. Like, I'm actually not even mad about that. And in fact, I could Super Rod my Lele back into the deck, and then that gives me a Mysterious Treasure out to a supporter as well. We got Choice Band. We've got no way to kind of get out of this scenario here. So I think I don't put anything back into my deck with Super Rod right now. I don't even think I Field Blower yet. I think I just let him just assume that my hand is like super dead and I've got nothing going on. And I mean, if he has Guzma to like bring up this Ultra Necrozma, that's like really bad. But I think I just kind of have to wait it out. I mean, I've got no way to retreat this Tapu Lele. There's no point in like blowing my field blower now. I can't really even take advantage of it. So I think we just wait and see if I could top deck out of this. Even if I just had a way to retreat that Lele, I mean, the Choice Band would have gotten me the knockout on that Zoroark. So really unfortunate there. You have to imagine my opponent is like going for Guzma. If they have Guzma, they're going to take it. Yeah, they're going to take this Ultra Necrozma now. And that's really bad for me. Like, I need to top deck a supporter here to kind of keep this moving along. I mean, this was my hopes and dreams here for this matchup, was just to get him going. Now, oddly enough, I think if I like promote my damaged Lele on that last exchange there, I'm actually like in a pretty excellent spot. But now I'm in like a horrible spot. So I think because like he knocks out the damaged Lele, I bring up my Ultra Necrozma, knock him out, I go to 2 prizes, and then I just got to figure out my last 2 prizes, and that's not hard. Here, we're like really hoping that we just like top deck for sure. There's no other way around it. Think I'm going to promote this Inkay just because it feels really bad if I just don't get anything and I promoted the... All right, so like we can actually dig ourselves out of this. Let's do Field Blower. We're going to get rid of this and this. We did top deck the Mysterious Treasure, so that's very good. I can... so now I can Super Rod in my Lele, my Ultra Necrozma, and my Dawn Wings. That sounds fine. Maybe not the Dawn Wings. Maybe... Is my opponent ahead on prizes? No, they're not. So I can't like really, do Moon's Eclipse yet or anything like that. No. So yeah, I should probably do those. Yeah, let's just throw those guys back in. And then I'm wondering if I should bother getting this Mewtwo out or if I should just try. I feel like the Mewtwo's not bad. To knock out this Garbodor here kind of forces an odd exchange, so I feel like he's like not a bad choice. And then I do Mysterious Treasure here, and I go get my Lele again, and then I think I need to get like a Sycamore and just draw as many cards as possible. I don't think I can afford to go get an N. That just feels super bad. So let's just, let's do that. Yes, and let's go get a Sycamore. Yeah, I don't think N is too bad. Cynthia's too bad. It's not going to work out. We need to get some hard draw here. Actually get some energy into play. And let's Sycamore. See what we could pull off of this. We have some things, but we don't have any way to... Oh, this is rough. I didn't get a Float Stone or anything. This is kind of like one of the constant ongoing issues with this deck is just no Float Stone. So this is kind of rough. I didn't get anything that I need to knock out this Trashalanche. I needed a Float Stone. I mean, I can go Invasion. Oh, like that's... and I can just Dark Flash it. But that feels like horrible. That's just like not going to work out. So let's... sure, let's do this. And then I think I need to get both of these... maybe put 2 energy on the Mewtwo, And then I need to Ultra Ball for like yeah, let's just Ultra Ball away the Dawn Wings and that. And then I think I'm going to go get my Ultra Necrozma. And what do we have in? Yeah, sure. All right, we're going to go get that too. And we are going to just charge this thing up while we have the chance. So let's Beast Ring while we're on a Beast Ring turn. We're going to throw 2 energies here onto this guy. And then we're going to Psychic Recharge. I could throw like 2 energies onto the Mewtwo. That feels kind of bad. I could have, no, I can't. I was gonna say the GX like would be really good to knock out 2 prizes there, but I actually don't have access to it yet. So let's Psychic Recharge for 1 time. We're gonna put it onto the Ultra Necrozma, I think. Oh my goodness. So I just don't really know where like the best option is here. I think probably we're gonna start charging up this Mewtwo. I think if I put 2 on the Mewtwo, like that feels pretty good. And then I kind of have an option of like where I want to go next turn. Do I want to throw it onto, like I actually think, you know, if I put the 3rd energy on the Mewtwo, like if I commit this energy now, I don't know what I top deck, right? And I also don't know what my opponent does. If they like Guzma up somebody and they knock out somebody, then I'm going to want the energy somewhere else. So I think I'm just going to like pass here and kind of wait and see what my opponent does. Just kind of sketches me out. And then if they like lock up abilities again, and if they don't lock up abilities again, it's great because then I have some options to recharge my energy. But I have to imagine that they're probably going to get Guzma. And at this point, like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like I have plenty of items in the discard pile that they're just going to be able to trash lance whatever they want. And this matchup just feels like super, super rough. I mean, not only are Zoroark decks difficult for Malamar decks to compete with in the first place, but then you add Garbodor and Trashalanche into the mix, and it just seems like a no-go. I mean, there's a reason why Malamar hasn't really been on my testing table for the World Championships, not going to lie. It's not like one of my top 3 decks for Worlds. I think the deck is a little bit too linear and it kind of needs a little bit too much in what feels to be a very aggressive format. Like all the decks right now are all very, very strong, very good at limiting your opponent's options. And that's like exactly what Malamar does not want, is to have its options limited, doesn't want to have its bench limited, doesn't want to have its hand, you know, like end to 2 or whatever. My opponent's going to double puzzle here. I mean, and it's just insane. My opponent, you know, having the ability to draw 6 extra cards at their turn and then also lock things up with ability garb. I mean, that is just like completely horrible. I mean, that's just about as bad as it gets. Now they're going to Guzma my Ultra Necrozma here, blow that thing up again. I have to like promote Mewtwo, yeah, take a knockout on a Garbodor that way. And it's just ugly. My opponent has game, pretty much. I mean, I don't think that I can whip up any sort of knockout here. I have 2 field blowers down. I would need to top deck a supporter and have like everything go perfect and everything go horribly wrong for my opponent for the rest of the game. But we will see. I mean, we're not going to give up hope quite yet. So we've got a Beast Energy that does us absolutely no good, but we will bench this Inkay, just in case, I don't know, miracles happen. And we're going to Cybolt this Garbodor for knockout. Now my opponent can just easily come up and Trashalanche. So that's good. There's my long-lost Floatstone. Some of these lists only playing, it was my 3rd one. So some of these lists only playing 3 Floatstone really, really sketches me out. I just love, I love playing 4 copies of Floatstone in these lists. I feel like, you know, in some of my other lists, I wasn't playing Beast Ring. Beast Ring kind of seems to be the popular thing right now. So I was trying out the Beast Ring, playing a couple copies of Beast Ring. Now, we did get to accelerate with Beast Ring, but we did also miss, you know, some crucial knockouts. My opponent just got game there on my Tapu Lele. So that's it. I mean, rough showing here for the Malamar deck. And I think Garbodor Zoroark just showing off its stuff there. I think Zoroark Garb is one of the best decks in format right now, if not the best deck. Obviously, just won the North American International Championships, as well as the special event in Valencia at the hands of Stefan. So, like, really incredible deck. I mean, really, really well positioned, I think, heading into the World Championships. And definitely a deck to look out for if you are heading to Worlds or the Nashville Open. I think Ultra Necrozma Malamar, it is going to be on my testing table after the World Championships, really. I'm not super looking at that deck as a top contender for the World Championships because I think it's just outclassed by like Zoroark Garb, which I've got a lot of respect for, and I think Zoroark Garb could be the best deck in format right now if we're just like looking at things. And if you take a bad matchup to what's many consider to be the best deck in format, just not a super great situation. Anyways, let me know, what do you guys think of Ultra Necrozma Malamar in the comments below? Do you think it's still viable for the World Championships? Let me know in the comments below, or tweet at me at enjoyfriend, ENJOI friend. Also, what do you guys think about Zoroark Garbodor? Is it good? Is it great? Is it the play for the World Championships? Let me know in the comments below. Peace.